Folks, well, you back one more time on the field here at Viking Stadium. We are in our Coach's Corner interview. I'm joined by Tarboro head coach Jeff Craddock. A 20-7 win tonight for the Knights, for the Vikings over the Knights. A very hard-fought victory tonight for Tarboro. And, Coach, we were talking a little bit off camera. You said, you tell your guys, this is always a tough game. They play us as hard as anyone. We've done this game probably 4 times out of the last 6 years. We were here the year with Todd Gurley where it was I think 7-0 at halftime in that game.
We scored, that game I remember. We actually scored on 2 plays. Todd ran 80 for a touchdown, and our fullback Dozier took like a roll trap 63 yards. And so that was it. We won 12-7.
That was a 12-7 game. And you were right back in that tonight. Let's start with it. We got to get out of the way. First half was rough.
Yeah, offensively, it was absolutely embarrassing. I mean, if a team is stopping you and there's some things you can say, well, you try to do different things, but when you're just jumping off sides and when you're fumbling quarterback center exchanges and you're fumbling handoffs, I really lost track of how many. I was told at halftime we actually put the ball on the ground 8 times. Now, I don't know, but you're not going to move the football against anybody fumbling, putting the ball on the ground that many times. First of all, our offense, it can be explosive at times, but it's not the most explosive offense I've had in years. And so those are downs that we're giving away. For us, if it's 1st and 10, and let's say we fumble the snap and now it's 2nd and 11, that's a big difference. That's compared to maybe 2nd and 6 or 2nd and 5, if we actually get a playoff. And when you do that consistently, you keep putting yourselves in bad positions. And we just basically said, defense, listen, you guys are playing well. I wasn't going to get cute. There's a couple times I thought about trying to fake punt. I was like, you know what? There's no way, because, I'm just going to punt, let the defense play. We'll get the ball back. Hopefully we'll start figuring some things out. But, -1 bonehead call on my part. I try to stay out of people's empires, but, last week we ran a toss sweep right pass and threw it to 17 TJ. And so they saw that on film, so we gave them that same formation, and we tried to throw it back to the quarterback, hoping they would be sucking on TJ, and you saw how well that worked out for us. The kid made a pick 6. So I just told my offense, I said, listen, guys, that plays on me. I said, I should know better. I said, I'll take that. I said, but we need to play better second half. I said, and I thought we settled down, and I thought we did that.
Second half, the offense did get rolling. As I come into Clint, that opening drive of the second half, I looked at him, I said, this is classic Tarboro football. 7-minute drive, open the half. They get a few big runs, not huge, but big runs that get you first downs. And then your guys just played physical football. And from there on, it seemed like the light bulb came on for them.
All right, it was a matter of halftime. I didn't know which way to approach this group. Do I go nuts? Because there were some things in pregame that irritated me, and you got to pick your spots when you address them. And I thought, I told my coach, I said, listen, I'm not going to go nuts right now. So we can address issues behind closed doors tomorrow. I said, but we're going to tell them our adjustments. We're going to tell them, listen, it's not going to get any easier. How bad do you want it? We got to play a great second half. We put ourselves in this position, kind of like what we did against Washington, except we were still up by 7. So it's always, you feel a little bit better being up than you do down. That's just the way of the world. We went foot to foot. I thought Coach Babb and Coach Raines made a few little adjustments that were, that took advantage of some things that we had seen. We went some unbalanced in the second half and were able to take advantage of some things. And, the guys just went. I said, we ain't going to give you excuses. It's not about play calling. It's about you guys bowing up and not putting the ball on the ground, and driving. And I thought that first drive was great. What more could we ask for? And gave us a little momentum, and defense once again swallowed them up. And I can't remember if it was right after that where they messed up the punt. I think it was. Not sure if we got a piece or if it went off the back of their kid's helmet. I don't know exactly what happened.
It went off their play.
But hey, I kept telling them, I said, they're going to make a mistake. I said, we've already made, hopefully, all of ours. They've played a pretty clean, as far as turnover and stuff. There was a couple we could have jumped on early. I said, but they're going to make a mistake, guys, and we just got to capitalize. And we did, and we got up 12-7, little momentum there, and, kept playing great defense, and we were able to get the win.
Coach, 3 games into the season, we talked to you after week 1 at Nash Central. We're talking to you again tonight after week 3. The sophomore thing, it's going to come up for you all season because you have a group that potentially is a really good group, and they are making up a good number of your squad. What's the growth that you've seen in this team? Are things going – let's say, are things going well? Are you still trying to figure out a lot of things? Where are we now 3 weeks into the season from where we were 2 weeks ago?
I think our sophomores are really progressing. our quarterback, I think if you look out there, you wouldn't think, wow, that's a sophomore running our offense. I don't think you see it. We got a corner out there, number 10, who's doing a great job. I mean, coming up, he makes mistakes here or there, but, I mean, he's playing great. My inside linebacker, number 20, you see him all over the field. He's a sophomore. So as long as, like, the fans aren't coming up to me and say, man, I can tell that kid's a sophomore. You know, we got a couple linemen up there that are sophomores. And so the sophomores are good players, you know, but they're also sophomores. And there's a learning curve, and you got to be patient to a point. But I'm hoping now after 3 games that they're starting to understand that. I mean, I always tell them you got to enjoy the wins because God knows they're hard to come by. I don't care the opponent. We put in a lot of work like everybody does. And so to come out here and win, you know, and be young, I mean, that's a great thing. You know, we haven't been 3-0. I don't know, it's been a little bit, maybe not too long, but I know it wasn't last year for sure. It's been a couple of years, and it's nice, you know, to be 3-0, but we're still a long way from where we got to be. But it's nice to study film in the morning. Everybody's in a better mood when you win. You know, we still look at our mistakes very intensely, but I think they're moving along well. I think they're getting better by the week, and I think they're getting more confident, which I want them to be. Not overconfident, but confident. And there's a fine line, and I think maybe tonight they might have been a little overconfident, but they'll learn and they'll adjust.
Well, Coach, of course, you know, by the time October rolls around, you might be sophomores, but you're veterans at that point. So you guys, they are showing good growth. You're 3-0 in the season. I mean, you can't ask for a better start than 3-0. And you still get to go in and look at the film tomorrow and rip somebody a new one. So that's got to be fun for you. Coach Craddock, thanks so much for taking some time out to join us. Next time we see you, see you at the Junction.
That's right.
See you at the Junction. Folks, Jeff Craddock, Tarboro head coach, 20-7, Viking victory tonight over the Knights of Northern Nash. We're going to kick this one back to the studio to Ed Green and Tony Dowdy.